Guys, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 160,000 subs. Welcome to FANS Wethu TV. It's the CAF Champions League. Orlando Pirates 3, Lupopo 0. I'm joined by Johannes.
As usual, so let me greet you, Brativus, and our cameraman that side. So I'll start by giving the stats. So I'll go back to 2002. The very same St. Lupopo played Orlando Pirates in the Vodacom Challenge, and they ended up winning by penalties following a 2-2 draw. And then in 2012, Orlando Pirates played against a team from Angola called the Lupopo, where that team thrashed Orlando Pirates 3-1 because of Pirates took their game go Nelson Mandela Bay. So unfortunately, Abaya, that other side, they drew 1-1. So that's how they ended up losing on 4-2 on aggregate. Then you come back again, 2023, Pirates played against a team from Botswana, Johannesburg Galaxy, of which Galaxy won 1-0 that other side. Then they came to Orlando, Pirates won 1-0 as well. But unfortunately, they lost on penalties as well. So if you take the result that took place that's today, the 5-4 penalties lost, you reflect back to those stats, though they do correspond. So for me, looking at that game, I still don't understand why St. Lupopo thrashed Orlando Pirates 3-0 away at their very own backyard. Because how about this side, they just did not play, no combination, no movement. All that they do, they were falling down, looking for fouls for protection. But the referee as well almost messed up the game, because if you go check, Pirates scored the wonderful goal, the first goal. So I couldn't understand what was he consulting, because of, as a referee, we have to stand up the authority to take decisions. But then I like the fact that it's always difficult playing against teams with a low block. So, but Pirates, I think they pushed hard, they worked hard, but at some point there was some bit of desperation from the fans, frustrations as well, swearing, and you can see that Lupopo, the low block, I think at some point worked for them for the first 85 minutes until Pirates scored a goal. So when they came back in the second half, because I was questioning the coach's decision, Abduslam Wado, as to why do you start the match with Patrick Maswanganye and Sipombuli? For me, that combination is not working. Why do you start the match without an out-and-out striker? Because of Tsogofatso Mabaso is always in the kitchen. This is a player who can convert goals. So, but then it wasn't happening. So I think for me, at half, I was so happy to see him correcting decision earlier one by introducing Yanelambo Tuma as a sub, and also throwing one of the players in the middle. So I was so impressed. Busitle Mbule, I think everyone tried. It's always difficult playing against a team of a low block. Patrick Masanganye, Tabiso Libi. So those changes, I think, that he brought in the second half, they changed the complexion of the game. Hence, you saw them scoring the 3 goals. So which were hard fought. But then, some of the fans are disappointed, but it's part of the game. Penalties can go either way. It's a different lottery. So for me, my man of the match, I'll give it to Oswin Apolis. The player for me stood out so well, and at some point I was also disappointed. Lisipo Chain. Why do you work like that as if you are camping? It's penalties, show energy. I was a goalkeeper, I know such things. So that's why I was disappointed, which means now is choosing matches. Just like we saw that game here, MTN8 against Mamelodi Sundowns. He was flexible, that's why he made those saves. So he must look into himself as well. But then Orlando Pirates, for me, had luck. They fought. They showed every team that whenever you come here at Orlando Stadium, it's a slaughterhouse. Anything can happen. And there's got this interesting mindset of saying we always score in at a time. Every time I watch matches with people, I'm saying, hey, watch out Orlando Pirates. In reverse optional time, but I need to go. Anytime they can score. I've been coming here at Orlando. Okay, back to the game here as well, FC. They scored in the 30 minutes. Individual brilliance of Mbekezelim Bogazi. They scored against TS Galaxy. Mabasa Header in the 30 minutes. Today, the very same thing happened because of, at some point, there was some bit of desperation because of the referee had added 5 minutes, of which you could see that they want to come in, but then this team of playing a low block, falling down, faking injuries. So apart from that, they played decent football. So I still don't understand why did they lose 3-0, because of that team wasn't playing. The only thing they almost scored is Sipochain making a blunder. Sipochain was so disappointing. At some point, he almost cost Pirates during the match. So, but all in all, they deserve to win. Just that there's those penalties, because I was anticipating more Adisave. Pirates progresses to the group stages, but then they repeated what transpired in their history of losing in the preliminary preliminary round. So far, so good. Let's see them against Magesi on Tuesday, where they will be saying we want to avenge our current knockout cup loss. And then also they've got a tough one. There's Mr. Mudawa was speaking earlier against Mamelodi Sundowns. It's not going to be easy, but then those are tough assignments because Magesi will come here, Galo block, and saying we want to defend our title as well. So, but Orlando Pirates, they must just give themselves a pat in the back. They've lost in penalties before, even when they played us at Telecom Knockout while they were coached by Rulani. At some point we were leading 2-1. They came in, Bashota, one of their players, Mtokosi Dube, got a red card. Then they managed to equalize with Kabadino Mongo. Unfortunately for them, we won on penalties at the Nelekpe, denied the legs of your Pen Mutswari, Abel Mabaso. So, but hard luck to them. They are a good team.
Thank you, Chaka.
Thank you.
Well